Hey guys, FIFA Vic here with episode 8 of my Leeds United manager mode career. We are coming towards the end of this season. We've got a big Yorkshire derby with Huddersfield at home in this first game that you're viewing now. But we are coming towards the end of the season. There is episode 9 is a whole heap of games from April time, and then episode 10 is the final episode of this season, the final few games, and I've just played those out actually, and super, it's really good. It sort of ends in a really cool way and exciting way sort of thing. So it's yeah, so stay tuned for that. And then episode 11, guys, it'll be a new season, new budget, and the transfer window will be open, and we will have to try and turn this Leeds United Championship side into a Premier League outfit. We played this game with Huddersfield Town. We could not score past Huddersfield Town. They came for the draw, guys. They came for that nil, and they got it. I could not get past them at all. They just played Vaughan on his own up front, and he barely had a touch. And it just could not, it's banging and banging on the door, could not break it down, unfortunately, so we had to get a point from that game. Now, this game is the FA Cup 5th round replay with Crystal Palace. Quite good, quite exciting, quite good to be up against Premier League opposition again in the Cup. 5th round of the FA Cup is not a bad place to be as well. Or is it the 4th round? Forgive me. The Cups have been a bit of a blur this year because it's been such a battle. Look at that chance to score from Hussein. Just missing out. But we went 1-0 up with McCormack. A really tidy finish and a really good assist from Tungu. And this game, it turned into an absolute battle. The game was quite chilled, quite placid until we scored. But once we scored, it just turned into an absolute battle, guys. Look at this chance that they had here. I've missed chances like that myself. Doesn't seem to want to go in. But we did manage to beat a Premier League side away from home in the Cup. And we do progress into the next round of the FA Cup. So that is good news, guys. We've got a simulated game here against Yeovil. A good one to simulate, guys. I mean, I'm not being particularly tactical with what games I simulate. But if you do want to be tactical, you want to be playing the teams in the bottom 8 of your division and at home preferably as well. They seem to be the two major factors in determining when you're going to have a good result simulating. Yeovil are low in my league, but because they were at home, I think it always just gives them more of a chance of getting that simulated win. That's my personal experiences over the last 3-4 FIFAs. Just seems to be the way they do the rule set for simulated games. And obviously it is going to be random to a certain point anyway. But we get into this game against Blackburn Rovers, and it is that man again, the surprise package of my squad this year, Matt Smith, who apparently is good friends with Jack Whitehall, the British comedian. But a good goal from him with his head. That's 8 goals. Most of the goals have been off the bench or the occasional start as well. If you look at McCormack's 11 goals, he starts a lot of games. So very impressive. He's been a real bonus to this squad having Smith in. And it makes me think that I'm definitely going to need a plan B striker in the Premier League. And what I mean by that is I need an Andy Carroll. Or a tall player, a tall striker of some kind. He pops up again here with his second goal of the game and the third of the game in total. 3-0 up against Blackburn Rovers. That is how it finished. But like I was saying, guys, I really do feel like I'm going to need a big, tall striker. I don't think Smithy Boy is going to progress enough to be a Premier League striker. But if anyone knows any tall strikers with good potential, put it in the comments. As you can see, we are 4th in the division. It's pretty tight. There's 6 points between us and Wigan in 2nd place. Middlesbrough are miles off into the distance with 75 points. I don't see winning the league as an option from this position. We simulate our next FA Cup game. The next FA Cup game came thick and fast simply because we had to play a replay in it. But we get another Premier League team, another game away from home, and we lose 2-0 to Sunderland, unfortunately. But it does allow us to turn our attention to the league, which is all important at this stage. Look at that league table, guys. We need to start winning. You know, if Wigan get any more points ahead of us, we are out of this race. You know, it's going to come down to about, I think it's going to come down to about who has about 88 points, 90 points, something like that. That's going to be the cut-off point, and if not, we're going to end up in the playoffs, guys. A very strong possibility of that at this stage, but we will see. A quality passing move from my Leeds United boys, and Ariba, who is off the bench. Well, he's not off the bench in this game, but he's one of my reserve wingers. Does an okay job when he gets a start, but he's very low rated, something like 62, 63, something like that. Dongu popping up with the goal, got the first assist, got the second goal. He has slotted straight into this team. He's a bit of an enigma as a player. I never quite know what he's going to do. And his passing and assist stats seem awesome. A nice little bicycle kick attempt from him there. But we're closing in on a win against Ipswich, which means in the next game, we're just going to have 4 or 5 games, but it is going to define our season at that point. Another assist for Dongu. Who else but Matt Smith popping up, player of the episode, with his 3rd goal in this video. And yeah, so everything is going good, but we are going to need these points big style. That is a big win away to Ipswich. We're going to need these points, otherwise we are not going to get automatic playoff positions. One final game, guys, simulated against Leicester at home. Leicester struggling with injuries and suspensions, as you can see in the bottom right. We have a really strong team out for it as well. And we do manage to pick up a lovely 3-0 win, and good to see McManaman scoring off the goals as well. Bye-bye.